Something happened this week at Riviera that feels way bigger than just another trophy ceremony. It felt historic, it felt emotional, and now it might turn into one of the most controversial moments we've seen on the PGA Tour in years. We just watched a breakthrough, a dream realized on one of the most iconic stages in golf. The crowd was electric, the pressure was unreal, and for a second it looked like we were witnessing a pure storybook ending. But now, there's a shadow hanging over it. And if what's being whispered behind the scenes turns into something official, this could shake up the entire season in a way none of us saw coming. Before we dive into all of it, if you're a real PGA Tour fan like me, someone who lives for Sundays at Riviera, who feels every putt and every collapse, hit that like button, subscribe to PGA Tour Today. This channel is brand new. We're chasing our first 2,000 subscribers, and if you care about honest, fan-to-fan golf talk, you're in the right place. First of all, what Jacob Bridgeman did at the Genesis Invitational is something most players grind their entire lives for. He came into Sunday at Riviera Country Club with a 6-shot lead. 6 on that golf course, against that field. And for a while, it looked like he was just going to cruise. He stretched it to 7 with 12 holes to play. 7 shots clear on one of the most demanding closing stretches on tour. And then, it started shrinking. Adam Scott fires a 63. Vintage Adam Scott. Kurt Kitayama posts a 64. And then here comes Rory McIlroy, grinding out a 67 and applying that late Sunday pressure only he can apply. All of a sudden, that 7-shot cushion, gone, reduced to 1. Bridgman said he literally lost feeling in his hands on the putter. And if you've ever tried to close out your first tour win, you know that's real. That's not dramatic. That's nerves at the highest level. He had imagined walking up 18 with a 4-shot lead, knowing it was over. Instead, he's standing on that green with a 3-footer for par to win by 1. And he makes it. 1 over 72 on Sunday. A 1-shot victory over McIlroy and Kitayama. His first PGA Tour title. And get this, he becomes the first player since Adam Scott in 2005 to play Riviera for the first time and leave with the trophy. That's insane company. He said, "This is way, way better than I've ever dreamt it." And you could see it in his face. Pure disbelief. Pure joy. But here's where this story takes a turn none of us expected. According to golf journalist Dan Rappaport, citing sources connected to McIlroy's agents, Rory reportedly told people close to him that he witnessed multiple rule violations by Bridgman during the 4 rounds. And not just casual frustration. The report says McIlroy intends to formally present his concerns to the PGA Tour for review. Let that sink in. This isn't random Twitter noise. This is one of the biggest stars in the game potentially triggering a formal rules investigation after losing by 1 shot. The allegations focus on 2 specific situations on the back 9 in rounds 2 and 3. First, improving the lie in round 2. Bridgman allegedly pressed his club into the turf near his ball with excessive force multiple times before making his stroke. Under Rule 8.1 of the Rules of Golf, you cannot deliberately improve conditions that affect your shot, whether that's the lie, your stance, or your swing area. If intent is established, that's typically a 2-stroke penalty per breach in stroke play. 2 strokes, he won by 1. Second allegation, relief drop positioning in round 3. It's being claimed that he dropped the ball marginally outside the defined relief area. We're talking millimeters, potentially to gain a slightly better angle or lie. Now, at this level, millimeters matter. That's the difference between a clean swing and a flyer. Relief procedures are extremely specific. Even minimal deviation, if intentional, can result in penalties. And here's the key word in all of this: intent. The PGA Tour is expected to review everything. broadcast footage, high-definition camera angles, shot-link data, possibly even player interviews. Modern professional golf is under a microscope. Every movement can be slowed down, zoomed in, analyzed frame by frame. If violations are confirmed and penalties are assessed retroactively, the leaderboard could change. We're talking about potentially altering the outcome of a signature event. A career-changing win, FedEx Cup points, prize money, status, everything. And as of right now, neither Bridgeman nor the PGA Tour has released an official statement. This is where it gets complicated emotionally. Golf prides itself on integrity, self-policing, calling penalties on yourself. It's part of why we love this sport. When someone like Rory, a player with enormous respect in the game, raises concerns, you can't just ignore it. But at the same time, you don't want a young player's breakthrough moment overshadowed by allegations before facts are established. As fans, we're stuck in this weird space. We watched an incredible performance under pressure. We felt that tension on 18. We saw him survive the chase. Now we're asking, was everything clean? If this turns out to be nothing, Bridgman's win becomes an even bigger story of resilience, surviving pressure and controversy. If penalties are applied, this could become one of the most consequential rules investigations of the 2026 PGA Tour season, and the ripple effects would be massive for the rankings, for the narrative heading into the majors, for the locker room dynamic, for how players view each other in tight finishes. This isn't just about one tournament anymore. It's about trust. It's about how the modern PGA Tour handles ultra-fine video scrutiny. It's about whether we're entering another era where every millimeter, every press of a club into turf becomes a headline. As fans, we love the drama. But we also love fairness. And right now, we're waiting. The coming days are going to matter. If you've got thoughts on this, if you think this is just gamesmanship, or if you believe it needs serious review, drop a comment. I genuinely want to hear where real PGA Tour fans stand on this. And if you appreciate honest, passionate golf talk like this, hit that like button, subscribe to PGA Tour Today. We're a new channel, we're chasing our first 2,000 subscribers, and we're building a community of fans who actually care about this game beyond just the scorecard. Because this season just got a whole lot more interesting.